Welcome to our channel. In this session, we will discuss different looping statements in JavaScript. What is the purpose of loop? If you want to repeat some set of code multiple number of times, so that code is written inside a loop. In JavaScript, we have mainly three types of loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Okay, so for loop, what is the for loop? Simply it repeats some set of stores by a fixed number of times. Now the syntax is for initialization, meaning is from which position you are starting. Suppose my program is to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Now what is initialization? That is starting value 1. So example, for I is equal to 1. I is a variable which is used to iterate through the loop. Okay, semicolon followed by condition. Condition specify how many number of times you want to repeat the loop, up to 10. I is the variable. Now I value is less than 10 or less than or equal to 10. This is the condition. Now within first initialization is performed and the condition is evaluated. If both are true, the statement written inside is executed. After this, move to here. Here you are writing updation. According to your requirement, you can use either increment or decrement. So first I value is equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 10. The condition is true. Enter inside the for. So if entire for is executed, move to increment. I value becomes 2. Again check the condition. So initialization is done only one time. These two are repeated continuously. Now I will explain with one example program. A simple example. Script for int I is equal to 1. I less than or equal to some 5, I plus plus. Sorry, data type is not at all required in JavaScript. Now here what I am writing, document dot write of, I am writing the value of I. Save, copy the path. So 1, 2, 3, 5. First iteration 1 is printed, next iteration 2, next iteration 3, and so on. Each and every iteration 5 is completed. This is the syntax and basic example of for loop. Based on the example, you can write the remaining code also. Now while loop. Remember, while loop also runs in the same fashion like for loop. Generally, by using while loop, you can write infinite number of times. That means even though you don't know the condition, how many number of times a loop is repeated, we can move to while loop. What is the syntax? First, you are doing initialization. Suppose I is equal to 1. Now, if you know the condition, while followed by condition. So, here while I less than or equal to 10, open the flower bracket. Here you are writing some set of statements. Whatever the code you want, simply I am writing the code. At last, you are doing some update, either increment or decrement. Suppose here I am doing I plus plus. You got it? This is while loop. Now, both for loop and while loops looks in the same fashion. What is the difference? Here, initialization, condition, and updation performed on different lines. For loop, according to syntax, everything is available under a single line. While I less than or equal to 10. Document dot write of I plus plus. Save, refresh, prints the values from 1 to 10. Clear? That is the while loop. Next to do while loop. What is the main difference between do while and while? In the while loop, first condition is evaluated. If the condition is true, then only we enter into the body. Suppose if the condition is false, the while loop is executed 0 number of times. But coming to do while, do First, the code is executed, followed by we are checking the condition. So, do while is called exit control loop, whether while is called entry control loop. Okay. So, exit control loop means first code is executed. That means even though the condition false, minimum the code is executed one time. The code is executed one time. See, do I am printing the value, increment the value, and then while I less than or equal to some 10. This is the syntax of do while. Got it? Print the values. So, anyone clear? For loop, while loop, do while loop. So, for and while are entry control, do while is exit control. The main purpose of loop is to repeat some set of statements multiple number of times. Thank you.